Noticing one thing here on the virtual machine, I added a new disk for the 18 gigabyte and one for the 16 gigabyte. On the virtual box, it shows me the actual size is 2 megabytes.
Yeah, this is actually a dynamic disk. You could use, I mean, the virtual box is just using it as a dynamically. When it's going to go up into gigabytes because it's not going to use it up and then take up your hard drive resources.
Jazakallah. Thank you, Baba.
Where did you see that?
On the virtual box, when I add the virtual box.
Okay. And then we can look at it?
Yeah, storage. So if you click on any of the guide, on the right hand side, it tells you.
Yeah, the actual is this one is 287 and this one is 3 MB. So it's going to increase as the size is going to get used up.
That's fine. I'm happy. I'm just happened to see. I said, let me ask you to get it clear.
Yeah.
And that's actually happens in the virtual way also when you.
In reality, somebody is not using somebody requested the hard drive to be about 100 terabytes or something. It's available to them. Okay? So when they really need it, then it's available right away. But if they're not using it, then it's going to be, used for someone else.
Thank you.
It's not like old days, old days, once you add a hard drive, that's it. You used to get stuck. So that's how the virtualization is helping. Okay, so. Okay, so we have all these drives here. So we did XFS, right? So I'm going to officially show you how to do EXT. Okay. So here everything is same. All you have to do is the command lv extend. LVEXTEND. Okay? And then this time around we're going to do it to finance, right? Yeah, we'll do it to finance. So we extended accounting, we didn't have any problem because accounting in our diagram comes in very first. So remember, when we're actually extending the physical hardware, we can do it because the blocks were resolved. Now it's not going to do any harm here for you. Okay, so let's do VGS and recording, right? Yeah. CD finance, and then I'm going to run that CD command. Okay, I'm going to clear this. I'm going to do df-h. So the finance is used up 100% here. So I'm going to do VGS, and okay, so 28 GB is still there. I'm going to do VG display, VT1. Okay, and then I'm going to confirm that 28 GB is still there. So now the command I'm going to use is lv extend -l, and then I'm going to add like 6 GB, 6G. Okay, and then where I'm going to add, so you have to get information from here, this information. Okay, and hit enter. So it did that, but it's not going to show still. It's going to show still used up. So the command to increase is resize to fs. Resize to fs. This is specific to ext file system. Okay, resize to EFS. Resize fs. And then what are you going to resize? Simply the mount point, or no, simply the partition. Oh, okay. So I think that one is XFS, right? Yeah, the finance, we said finance has XFS, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to extend HR here using the. Okay, let's take a look here if it df-h. Okay, so the HR is still stuck at 4 GB. now we should be at 4 plus 2 is 10 GB. So resize to FS and then this one HR. Okay, now if you do the refresh and HT. Okay. So you could see now the HR is extended to 10 GB. Okay, so there is not much difference here between ext file system and XFS file system. You just have to figure out which one you're using. I mean, if you're going forward here, I'm not seeing any ext file system in my environment anymore. I used to see it a lot up until a year ago, but now I don't see that anymore.
So does this mean we should focus more on XFS system then?
Yeah. I mean, you have your notes in front of you, so you just have to use your judgment when you're really looking at it.
And on this one, we have two LV extend, one for accounting.
The one I did for finance, if I'm not going to run that command, it's not going to extend.
Okay.
Command is cancelled. This command here, I LV extend finance, right? Yeah, this is not going to go up until I run the XFS grows command.
Okay.
So if you have accidentally ran this and it's not a ext or XFS, you run the command still, but it's not going to be there. So you don't have to worry about it. You just, the system is there, but you don't have to really worry about it if you're not running it.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Accounting XFS growth. Okay, so let's see here. So we extended this. So I'm going to put this diagram down here. So this is XFS. XFS ext4 XFS ext4. Okay, so then we added plus we did 4 GB, right? 4 GB. So So this is 8 GB. Okay, and plus we did 4 GB. We did 6 GB, and this is 10 GB. So how much is left here? 48 minus 26 is 222. Right, 22 GB. 10 plus 10. Oh no, 8 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 minus 48. Okay, so 22 GB is left. So we have 3 hard drives, 4 physical hard drives. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the physical volume here. So now all of a sudden we ran out of all the hard drive space there. What we're going to do is we're going to extend the physical volume. Okay, it's pretty easy. Let's see here.
Extend the physical volume mean that we are going to add an extra physical drive.
Yeah. Another hard drive here. Here we have 3 hard drives, right? 16, 8, and 24. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 4th hard drive in here.
And make the 4 hard drive part of this LVM.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So
We can hear you, brother. Are you still there?
I'm getting, what are you asking for approvals? You really, are you trying to show me something?
No. I don't know. I didn't ask for the approval anything. No, I did not.
Okay.
I thought your mouse was not moving. You were quiet. I thought I got disconnected or you got disconnected.
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay, just an issue.
Okay, so for adding physical water. So what we're gonna do is, so I'm gonna add another hard drive in here. More cells. So I'm gonna add physical hard drive, physical drive. So I'm gonna add another 15 GB. And what would be the physical hard drive name here? SDG. Okay, because it's gonna go down into alphabetical order. You know what? Before that, let me add creating a swap. You could create a swap partition using LVM. So the formula for a swap is pretty easy. Let's go ahead and copy what we have here on the top. That's okay. Let's see here. Free hyphen H. Okay, cat SPTC. Okay, so let's move on here. So what I'm going to do here is so I'm going to split this up here, and then I'm going to make a swap. delete the cell here too. And then I'm going to say swap. I'm going to add 4 GB. And then the partition type is going to be swap. Okay, and so the free space is left to 18 GB now. This looks a little hard here. Okay, you guys are getting the picture here, right? What is happening here? Okay, so all right, let's work on swap here. So it's pretty easy. Okay. Okay, so for swap, what you have to do is you just have to create LV create in the formula. Okay, we're going to use the same formula here. I mean, same command. Yeah, we're going to use this here. So LV create -n, that means new, and then instead of logical volume name, you have to type ext swap, extended swap. Okay, -l, that means logical, and then this, how much the size is we are giving here? 4 GB, right? 4 G. Okay, and then the volume group you're going to get it out of it is ZMPT1. Okay, that is where you're going to get this volume group out of. LV create -n. The name you're going to give is ext swap, and it's a logical volume 4 GB, and then the group name is ZMPT1.
So this command will be same for the any kind of swap, either ext file system or the XFS file system.
It is. I mean, the command is not changing here. What is going to change here? Tell me what will exactly change here? What it's going to be?
It is only ext swap.
The logical one.
It will be XFS swap then.
Yeah, I get it. I get that though. But this is just another partition, right? And if you go up here, we created a physical right here.
Yeah, we use MK swap.
Exactly, very good. That's the thing is going to make it a swap. Because if you do MKFS, ext4 command, then you're making a ext4 file system. If you're making XFS grows, then you're making it a XFS. Then if you go to use swap command, MK swap, then the file system is going to change to swap. But it's just any other partition here. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so let's run this command here. Okay, don't get confused here. I shouldn't have given this command. Anyway, this is just the name here. As long as put it in here, logical volume name, you could put whatever you want in here. Okay. There is no confusion here, right? I just named it, so the system doesn't really care. What it really cares is I could make this as a ext4 file system at this moment, or XFS file system. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mk swap, and then what is it? So now before that you have to find out the VGS VG display VMPT1. So what is this VG display, right? Okay, hold on. Okay, so before that, so LV create, we did this, and then we create LV display, sorry, not VG display, LV display. Okay, so we are after this here. So what we're going to do is, we're going to copy this, and then you're going to run mk swap and this. So what will happen is it will become a swap partition. Is it going to show here? No. So we're not worried about that. This command is actually making it a swap partition. And then you run this command mk swap. Okay, then let's run lsblk again. lsblk. So when you run lsblk, the exstd. So you see ext swap here, then you should blk id, and yeah. So the system has seen that the file system is created in the system, or the operating system is seeing it. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'll just put down lsblk here, just so that you know. Okay, ID, block ID. Okay, once you confirm that, Then let's take a look here. Free -h. So right now it's at 4 GB. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna say swap on in this one here. So we're gonna mount this. Swap on is nothing but a mount command, okay? Okay, now let's run free-h. So now you see the swap partition is extended to another 4 GB. So it's at 8 GB now. Okay.
You deleted the command, swap on command you deleted from here.
Now,
The swap on command,
yeah, I'm gonna put it here because we checking it here. Then after that, I want to check it again.
I think you need to do it before because, no, you're right, my bad. You put the old one, okay. You're right.
Okay, that's it. That's it. How you extend the swap partition. Okay, so then let's go ahead and add the physical drive in it. I think the adding what I'll do is I'll cut this up here. Last time this is where we stopped, right? PVS physical. Okay, yeah. Extend the logical. Okay, I suppose. So today is 15. And then yesterday we started from here, I think. We did create a volume group, VG. So we were here. So from yesterday, this is where it should start. Right? I'm going to put the date here. 12/14/2019. Okay, this is, but it's all the same lecture so far up until here. And then create and mount the rest of the LV. Okay, I think this is good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the physical volume here. So XFS extend the logical volume. So we're going to add another physical drive here. So we added SDG here. So how much we're going to add SDG? Another 16 here. So I think so this is going to go 64 GB. This is going to go 64 GB, and then we're going to add 15 GB, right? So how much is going to be? This was 18 plus 16, and so 34, right? Yeah, 34 GB. So 34 GB is going to be a free space once we add the physical drive. So how are we going to do add a physical volume? Okay, so okay, so it's pretty simple here. Oh, but before that, you have to, for a VirtualBox, you have to shut down the system here, okay? So, in reality, okay, so, before that, I need to make it persistent in the FS tab here, so let's see. Okay, so let's see here. How am I going to remember this?
This command to learn whether you say echo right into the file
Yeah.
and then it gives you two names. Did I miss something?
Yeah. I don't want to confuse you guys at this moment here. So,
That's totally fine if you tell us. If I get confused, we want them what.
no, I'm saving it for that official class.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because, so I'm going to do YY. Okay, I think the finance was, okay, and I'm going to do YY. What was the other one? So once you copy this, all you have to do is copy the line and then duplicate it. So one was finance, one was HR and recruiting. So what you could do is you just edit this out. So you could see, how you can use your VI skills here.
Yes, you're right.
So all you have to do is change it to accounting, and this is recruiting, and this is HR. Okay, and then we got that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an entry for swap also. So I'm going to go up here, and then I'm going to copy swap, and then I'm going to paste the swap here, and then I'm going to change the swap partition here, right? So I don't know which one is it. So how are we going to do, what is my swap partition? I do LV display / VMPT1, and that's my swap partition right there. So I just copy this, and then I'm going to go insert mode here, and then, oops. Okay, so I got that, and I'm going to do mount hyphen. I didn't get any errors. I'm going to cat /etc /cat. So I'm going to shut down the system here. So I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to go into storage and I'm select this. I'm going to add another hard drive, create a new disk. And how much I'm adding? 16 GB. Okay, and I'm create. Okay, so make sure you give it a name here. Which one is it in the,
6.
yeah, I think I ignored one time here, so it's going to be 7.
So, brother, in this case, we are doing in VirtualBox, we have to stop the server and add the new drive, but in real life,
You know,
you add on a fly, okay?
yeah.
On a real.
Yeah, usually adding a hard drive, you have to tell the storage team to add a hard drive. Or if it's a VMware, you go into VMware and just put an add, and then you would just add it while the system's still running.
Jazakallah.
Okay, so I'm going to kick it off. Uh-oh.
You're not the only one. We see these error messages too.
Yeah, I know, because the FS tab entry is not good, so.
So this FS entry was only for the swap because you did the mount A, everything was connected.
Yeah, it's supposed to give me. Okay, so the new drive is there, so. Okay, so probably what is missing here is, can somebody help me? What is missing here?
Just 1 second, brother. You're talking about the new one, right?
Yeah, all this, the one I commented out. Everything is absolutely good here, but one big problem.
I think I noticed the file system type, I think.
Exactly, very good. So the HR will, okay, yeah, we have to go back to our document here.
Actually, you've got XFS and EXT over there.
Yeah, so accounting is XFS, HR, EXT, XFS, EXT. So accounting is XFS, and okay, and after that HR is EXT4. Right? Yeah. So I just have to change this to EXT4. Okay. And then what is the other one? Recruiting is EXT4. Okay, so recruiting is EXT4.
I forgot to mention when you were putting these commands, it was in my head to tell you, but I just select.
Yeah, I will just spell it out if you have any questions.
No, I mean, I had in my head to tell you, but I got distracted for something else, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I type LSBLK and then we have that hard drive sitting there getting wasted here, SDG. Okay, so let's see here. So add new hard drive, and we're gonna do 15 GB. Then do LSBLK. LSBLK after. Okay, and let me just do this here. So we have LSBLK here. So now what we're gonna do is make it a part of this hard disk here. Okay, so so how are we gonna do this? Very easy. Formula is, the command is pv create. Okay, and then /sdg. We used this before, pv create. Okay, and then after that we're gonna do volume group. We did here on the top. So we did PV create, so we have to do that for any new drive. And then after that we did VG create. So instead of VG create, what we're going to do is PV create, and then here we're going to do VG extend. Okay, and then which volume group you're extending? ZMPG1. And then what are you going to extend it to? /SDG. Okay, so the new disk will be added. So let's clear this. VG display ZMPG1. So in here, just look at it here. Current, we have 3, active 3, and where is the physical volume here? size. I thought it stayed somewhere here, right? This is okay now. PV display. PV display. Or PVF. Okay, here PV, DEF are part of DMPT1 here. So let's run the command. Did we create PV create? So we do PV create /dev/SDG. Okay, ULSBLK. No, we don't need to do that. So what we do now is volume group EXTEND extend DMPT1 dev/SD. Okay, now if you do VGS or what we did, VG display, right? No, sorry, PVS. Now you have a confirmation here that SDG is now part of a DMPT1. Okay, and it's 16 GB. Yeah. So what you're gonna do is VG display DMPT1. So
So it tells you that these are 4 hard drives and 4.
current physical volume is 4 and 4 are active. Okay, so it's pretty easy. And then you see the size is being extended here. And then the free is 627. How much we are expected to get it? So we expected to get 32, right? No, let's do our thing here. So we have 16 plus 16 plus 24 plus 8. 64. So we did get 64 here. Okay, now we're gonna remove minus 8, minus 10, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. No, 34. Okay, so maybe we need to do part pro. It's showing only 28 free. Okay, swap is 4, recruiting is 4, and this is 10.
18.
Oh, this is 10.
28.
HR is 10. Okay, and yeah, I know what we did here. I know where the missing 4 is. Actually missing 6.
Yep. We can also run this command and grab it LV size and it will give you all 5 lines, am I right?
Yeah. Okay. So what we have to do is, yeah. So I know what I did. So this one here, the finance, we never really extended it because we ran the command here. So what we're going to do is, there is a command to LV reduce. LV reduce. Yeah. Okay. I was not going to show you this here, but that's what it is here. So let's do VGS. Now we have over 34 GB. Okay. Yeah, don't get confused here. So let's stick with this. Here we do have our 34 GB. There is the reclaimed. Okay, good. You guys not confused now, right? Don't ignore what I did so far here, in here, okay? Because I'm supposed to run the ext extend command, but actually it was extend command.
But I think, brother, if you ask me at the end of this lecture, at the end of this block, put this, if you somehow if you need to reduce the size, this is a command. It's not confusing, this is learning. So this kind of thing you see in the actual job. So this reduce at least didn't confuse me. I don't know about anybody else. But if you put at the bottom of the block that, okay, if you somehow need to reduce something, use this one, it might come handy down the road. If it's not in this document, I might be forgetting and might not be able to repeat it or remember that something is like this. At least for me, I'm not talking about on behalf of anybody.
No, you're right. I mean, it should be there. It's not confusing at all. You just reduce it like 6 GB and that's it.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just put it here. But you gotta be very cautious there. I never used it, okay? So I'll put it here anyway.
Brother, I'm just saying it could be somebody else during the interview. Or at least if I go through this document, if I happen to see, it might click me that okay, there's something. Sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Okay.
Without Allah.
Okay, sure.
I hope I'm not in what you call interfering with your teaching thing.
No, you're good, you're good. So I'm gonna just put this down here. Okay, good. extending logical volume. Okay, I'm going to just save this here. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to do mount -A. Okay, so
Brother Zafar, one question. Go ahead, brother. I think somebody else was asking questions. Go ahead, please. I'll wait.
okay, go ahead.
Is anybody else asking questions? No. Okay, my question is, when we did the mount A before, it didn't show any error message, but when you restart the machine, it did show the error message. So why it doesn't tell you when you do the mount -A and it's go the error message right here that there's something wrong with the FSTF file?
It's not checking the file system here. When the system is booting up, very good question. This is actually a part of a boot process here. So this will take us back the booting process here. Let's see here.
At least we will repeat that too then. It's good.
Yeah. So boot initialization. So when you power on the system, what will happen?
It read the master boot record.
Yeah. So the BIOS initialization happened. BIOS passes control to the first part of boot record. First part of boot record. First part of boot record passes control to second part of boot record. And after that, what happens? There is a good activity happens there. So let me. So boot initialization.
If you do the control S, will that work?
Yeah. I think it's way before that, right? Right here.
It's page 99, I think. Yeah, this one.
Okay. So what is happening here is it is setting up the chip on and BIOS passes control to bootloader. Okay, and then here stage 1 MBR, this initializes the operating system and passes control to second stage of bootloader. Second stage of bootloader has included files. Now the stage 2 is in control and initialize the kernel. It detects the hard drive. It will initialize and turn on the software drive. Once the root file system here kickstarts. And then after that, the OS initialization happens. So it reads the init tab, then reads the etc init tab, configures the IP name, remounts / into read write mode, and then start system V or system D. Okay, to perform the hardware initialization, you can change the BIOS settings here. BIOS process control to bootloader. Okay, bootloader has two stages, MBR, and then the second stage of bootloader. Now it is initializes the kernel. Okay, it detects all the hardware here. And where is it running into FSTab? Then it reads it configures the host name IP address. Give me one moment here.
It's a page 105, number 24, that has a whole tab called FS tab.
Okay, here kernel initializes the kernel, and then the kernel file will do the following: detect the all hardware. Okay, and mounts the root file system here. Okay, so kernel, it detects all the hardware, and so it detects the file system too here. Okay, this is where it detects the file system, and if it finds any file system is corrupt, then it's going to stop right there.
So the mount-a command doesn't look at the file system, it just mounts even if it is incorrect file system.
It's not mounting, it's just checking if it's mounted or not.
I think anytime when we did the mount-a, even during today's lecture, we did mount-a, I think it did mount it. Or we can check it out now.
Yeah, it just, I did mount -E, and it read through the FS tab and then it mounted here.
But if you have a bad entry in the FS tab, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's go ahead and make a bad entry right now. Okay,
Just only one, we don't need to do more, just take accounting and change it to ext4 and check it out. No, okay. Then you need to, no, brother, you can leave as is. This one as is, and just change the XFS to ext4.
Okay, for accounting?
Anyone, I'm just saying we just need to change the file system only. Okay. Otherwise you have to pay the another make directory for the mapping.
So I do mount -E. Let me do df-h. Okay, so we messed with accounting, right? Accounting is there.
Yeah, so accounting is mapped, that is fine, okay.
So Mount Hyphen A didn't give us any error message, and our counting is still there.
Yeah. So that means that Hyphen A does not check on the file system, but it still connects it. Okay. Do me one more favor, please. Can you unmount it manually now here?
Right, yes. First unmounted the accountant.
And then let's do Mount Hyphen A.
No. Check it out first. Check it out first before you mount.
Yes.
Okay, it is gone. No, don't mount that shit.
Yeah. File system type. So I suppose it would have given us, if it's already mounted, then it's just going through and then checking its the correct file system. And now it's checking through. So Mount Hyphen A is actually checking everything. If it's already mounted, it's just skipping it.
Yeah, that's what we are discussing at this time, what it checked about. So that's a good thing.
I'm very glad that you guys, this is exactly what it comes up in your job environment.
Yeah, there is another thing because when I was doing it, so like one of the mount point, I was not leaving the space in between like the file system name and whatever I need to mount it. So it was not letting me mount anything. So I have to restart it even if it is. So I have to check the F-step entry and then I make a changes and then it works.
Yeah, very good.
Just for FYI, Brother Zafar, this is the advantage when we have a group study. Brother Obed tell me something, Brother Mubin tell me something else with this. So we do these kind of things during that group study, and that helps remember what we discussed, and that might help in the interview also.
It will. I mean, it looks natural here. Now that we have a good discussion here, it's just hardwired into your brain that if somebody is going to question something, you're just going to kill that question just like that, and then he won't have any other question to ask.
Yeah, they will know that we have a hands-on practice. Hands-on, we have done it before. While we do the group study, that's what we do here.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad you guys are doing that.
Thank you, Brother Obed.
Thank you, Said. Actually, you are the one who helped most people, including everybody.
No, I don't do anything, brother. It's all, I'm saying this is all good. I'm happy that we sit down sometime and do something.
Right.
Okay. Very good discussion here. So, okay, good. So now, the boot process, master boot record here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a difference here. So this is from here to here, this is system. System, kernel, bootloader. Okay, so this is system V. Number 3 is system V. System V process. Okay, so this is up until rel 6. Okay, so now there is a difference between rel 7 here. So let me just move this down here. So run level. System V for V7 starts based on run level here. Okay. And then the third step is for system D. Rel 7. Okay, so let's see here. System D. So this is MBR graph. So the kernel, okay, here I'm gonna, give me 1 second here. Okay, I think I have a wrong kernel information here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the kernel we are using is start the system D processes here. It is the hardware disk and all that is low. On all the software and the hardware that is low. Okay. Start the init processing. So instead of etc, it reads the different file here. Init process, it reads the file etc system D. Okay. It kickstarts the init process. It's the system D file. It reads that, and then Okay. And then that file has /etc/system systemd file /etc/systemd file is linked to etc system d/system /default .target. And it's not doing this here. It's so it's not doing these things here. These are for Red Hat 6. And then okay, good.
Brother Zafar, sorry to interrupt you. Is that system.d or systemd? Systemd. I'm looking at the ls. I don't see anything. So could you spell that out?
7.
I'm looking at 7 now to make sure that.
Yeah, so you go into cd/etc/system d. Okay, you do ls, right? ls for now. 8. So there's a hidden file, another hidden file in there. Okay, sorry, this is a directory. It reads the init process systemd. Hold on. cd/system. So what it's doing here is it's going into this directory, and then it's going to read all these targets here. So these are systemd targets. Systemd, dispatcher, network, multi-user mode, and is there a one that says default or target? Default or target. So Red Hat 6 process is a little complicated than Red Hat 6 here. Only because they have enhanced the security here. So the kickstart, let's see, initializes the kernel. Kernel will do the following: detects all the hard drive. It initializes and turn on the software. Arms the root file system into read-only mode. Start the init process. Okay, so instead of init process here, it's going to do the configuration process. So it's going to read the configuration from directory system D. Okay, etc system D is linked to this target here. So it's gonna check the run level. Okay, so run level. Okay, so if you want to change the run level here, you know how we've been changing the run level. I will cover this again. Maybe a month from now, I will cover this. How you change the run level into the Red Hat 7 operating system. And configure the host name. So the system D targets are okay, ls -la. Okay, so what is happening here is it reads the default target first, and then whatever is based on the default target, then it goes and reads through all these files here. All these files are not in one place here. This file here, if you go into system V, the init file is a complicated file here, but it's different here in Red Hat 7. Okay, let's see. Okay. I haven't done this in Red Hat 6 for a while. Okay. So this is the kernel. Okay, there is the kernel information here. I put down the wrong information here, right? This is for Red Hat 7. If you are working with Red Hat 6, yeah, this is the kernel information for Red Hat 6 here. Give me me 1 second here. File should work. Red Hat, Okay, good. So then let's take a look at this file here, /sbin init. Okay, so we can read this. This is written in binary here. So instead what happened here in system D here is the kernel does whatever it needs to do and goes into this directory, and then it has links to other directories and files here. Okay, so obviously you could see in this directory here, you do ls here, there are a lot of files and directories in here. So what it does is it goes into the default target, okay, it reads this file here, and there is no specific file that is executing all the other files here. So the kernel is doing a lot of hard work in here, and very first file it does is it reads this, and then when it reads this, it looks for the default target here. Which one is the default target here is multi-user mode. So you need to look at the run level. Run level 3 is a multi-user mode. Alright, you all agree, right? Run level 3 is a multi-user mode. Based on that, it's going to go into all these files and folders and execute and load all these things here. Okay. All these things is very important when you are managing SE Linux. But if you are not managing SE Linux, most of the time this is disabled in your. Most of the time this is disabled because the security enhanced Linux is disabled because the security is managed on the network layer. Okay, so there is a lot of headache you won't end up having in your network environment. I'm sorry, in your security environment. Okay, yeah, this is very, very confusing here if you're not doing it day in and day out. I'm telling you guys not to worry about too much here, but this is just the process here. Since I'm running this Linux course, I just thought I should show you all this here. But I will put a small brief things together in the questions that you would need when you are asking, when they quiz you in the interview, then you should be able to tell you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm going to stop here, then we'll continue on next week. I'll upload this document as soon as I'm done here.
Jazakallah.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.